Hello and welcome to Rauta Reviews. Today's band comes from Denmark and it has been since 2011. The band has been active more or less, creating three full-length albums and then some mini albums or other mini releases. The band started with black metal more on the rawer side, but then later on turned to heavy metal. Who knows for what reasons? But some do like it, some don't, and well, here we have their third album called The Wheel, which I'm gonna show you here, and then I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the music. Nice looking digipack, but not very typical for a black metal release. Then again, we could say it's not really black metal anymore. Like I said, the band started, mixing heavy metal into their music later on, and this time I think it's the biggest leap away from black metal and towards kind of old school heavy metal. Now, there are people who are totally fine with all kinds of hybrids: death trash, death trash, black heavy, and all that kind of stuff. And by no means I am an enemy of those hybrids, but I must say, not too often the bands creating hybrid albums are too good with any of those things. Here is the inside of the album. As you can see, a pretty nice design. It is kind of a cardboardish, nice feeling to it, but doesn't really look a typical heavy metal album or metal album in the first place. I don't know, I have sort of avant-garde-ish feelings, or maybe progressive metal, but like I said, this is none of that. Now, Slaegt's way of putting black metal and heavy metal is together, not trash metal, is not without problems. First of all, the band leans most of the time to very basic melodic heavy metal. That is to say, of 70s and 80s, kind of a retro-ish, very organic sound and all that stuff. And the riffs are even more on the rocking side than really metallic side. This is also reflected by the production, which is, like I said, very organic, kind of a lightweight, you could say. This is kind of at the opposite of, those ultra heavy, say, death metal albums, or even, heavy metal albums, which are just like din 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 din. The type of riffing which is very much related to bands like Manowar and all that stuff. And while they are very vocal dominant albums and bands, think of Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, Manowar, Wasp, they're very much dependent on how the melodic vocals just, flow throughout the albums. And as such, they are very much known because of their lead vocalists. They are kind of like felt as bands which are built around the vocalist. Where Slaget tries to do it a quite different way, and to be honest, that's their really biggest fault. The problem is that Slaget is not riff-wise a great band. At least the Wheel album, it's just really mediocre stuff, the kind of stuff that would totally need a good, strong, skilled, talented vocalist. And unfortunately for the band and the audience, it does not have it. The vocalist is more kind of like left in the black metal phase of the band. It's more like spitting this, vocals and lyrics outside. It's more like hissing rather than shrieking or singing vocal stuff. It's more like this rather than going heavy metal, if you know what I mean. So it is actually failing in the sense of doing heavy metal, in the terms of trying to emphasize the meaning of heavy metal vocals. And because the riffs are quite weak, to be honest, and the production is not strong, it creates this vibe that these guys are recording a demo of sorts, like as if they have like placeholder vocals there. However, it's not totally waste of time. It's not total crap. It is just, the type of stuff that is like, yeah, I get you. Okay, maybe next time. Consider that being the guy as the label manager, having a call from the band who had like sent their material to the label, and the label guy is just, listening to the sales pitch of the band, like, hey, we have created this great album and great stuff, and you should release it. And I'm like, yeah, but no. So unfortunately for the band, the result is mediocre, even mediocre minus in a way. So I wouldn't totally recommend it without, listening to it a couple of times before buying it. I mean, it seems like this is a kind of a passing album. When bands shift from one genre to another, and they need these necessary steps to, before they can totally become a different thing. It's like a sort of phase of evolution, a mutation of sorts. And unfortunately for this band, this is saying, among the reviewers at least, that the third album is the hardest one for many bands, because after the debut album, the band has kind of polished, taken to the next step and creating better one. And the third one is the real challenge. Can they actually do 3 solid albums rather than going weird places and all that stuff? And this is like a good schoolbook example why it's not working that well. So I don't know, if you're a fan, don't get offended, just like the album, don't hate me for this one or this review or whatever, or do, I don't care. But those two are not Slaegt fans previously. This is not the album you wanna start listening to the band. This is maybe their weakest link. With that information, do whatever you need to do, but spare your money and check the album before doing any purchasing. Thank you for watching / listening. Hope you had a good time, and see you soon with more Rauta reviews. Bye bye.